One weighs as much as a compact car. The other kills lions with its bare horns. If they clash head-on, who stays standing? Today, wild yak versus Cape buffalo. High in the freezing altitudes of the Tibetan plateau, where almost nothing survives, one creature reigns supreme, the wild yak. Thousands of miles to the south, across the scorching African savanna, lives a beast with a reputation so terrifying that hunters call it the Black Death, the Cape buffalo. Both are members of the bovine family, but evolution has forged them for two entirely different battlefields. One was built to withstand icy winds and high-altitude predators, while the other is hardened through daily battles with entire prides of lions. If these two giants were to meet in a direct head-on collision, who takes the crown? Today, we break down weight, armor, weaponry, aggression, and combat tactics to deliver the final verdict. To understand the yak, you must understand its home. Heights exceeding 14,000 feet, thin air, and deadly freezing temperatures. Only the most durable survive here. An adult male wild yak weighs up to 2,200 pounds, standing nearly 6.5 feet tall at the shoulder. This is a mountain of muscle wrapped in a thick dark brown coat with a dense undercoat, acting as natural armor against freezing gales and predator claws. Beneath this thick fur lies nature's true weapon, a massive shoulder hump. This isn't fat. It's a dense bundle of muscle that supports its heavy head and turns every charge into a kinetic battering ram. And its horns, over 38 inches long, sweep upward and outward, forged for a single purpose: to catch an opponent and throw them. The yak's nature is cautious and solitary, but corner him, and you're no longer facing a timid animal, but a mountain of muscle moving forward on pure kinetic power. But can this armor withstand the impact of a beast feared even by lions? On the other side of the arena stands the Cape buffalo. Weighing between 1,300 and 1,900 pounds, it's lighter than the yak. But what it lacks in pure mass, it makes up for in explosive rage. The Cape buffalo was never domesticated. Too unpredictable, too aggressive, and too dangerous. Its ultimate weapon is the solid bone helmet on its forehead, known as the boss. This fused plate of solid bone can absorb the strike of a lion and even deflect rifle bullets. Beneath this helmet are thick, sweeping horns curving downward before pointing sharply upward. Their job is simple and terrifying: hook the opponent from below and launch them into the air. Its neck and chest muscles are so developed that it can sprint up to 35 miles per hour, and during an attack, adrenaline almost completely shuts off its pain threshold. When a Cape buffalo charges, nothing stops it, except, perhaps, a mountain of muscle twice its weight. Let's lay everything out on the tail of the tape. Mass. The advantage goes to the yak. A 300 to 500 pound weight gap is a decisive factor in a contest of pure power. Armor. The buffalo holds superior head defense with its solid bone plate. But the yak possesses a thicker hide, a denser woolly coat, and a powerful shoulder hump that shields vital organs from lateral horn strikes. Weaponry. The yak's longer horns provide superior reach and the first strike. The buffalo's horns are wider and far more deadly in close quarters, designed specifically for hook and flip maneuvers. Combat experience. The buffalo dominates here. It fights off lions and crocodiles on a weekly basis. The only real threat to a yak in the wild is a pack of Tibetan wolves, and even then, not every week. Picture this. The buffalo launches forward first, head lowered, thrusting its bone shield ahead. The yak doesn't retreat. It drops low, channeling its massive weight into its muscular shoulder hump. Impact. The ground trembles. The clash of horns echoes through the arena. The buffalo's bone shield slams into the yak's forehead and holds the shockwave. The bone helmet absorbs the initial energy. However, the extra 400 pounds on the yak acts as an immovable brick wall. The buffalo fails to knock it off balance on the first rush. Horns lock. A high-speed ram transforms into a grueling contest of raw power. The buffalo attempts to twist the yak's neck and hook from the side, but thick fur and dense hide prevent deep horn penetration. The yak presses forward. Its long, sweeping horns act as levers, slowly driving the buffalo backward step by step. The buffalo snaps back, trying to flank with its legendary aggression, but time is running out. Because in a prolonged brawl, rage doesn't decide the winner. Endurance does. And the yak's lungs and chest cavity were built specifically for grueling work at extreme limits. So who takes the battle? If everything is decided in the first 30 seconds through pure speed, explosive impact, and ruthless aggression, the buffalo has a real chance to breach the defenses and land a fatal horn puncture. But if the fight drags on, weight, horn reach, hide thickness, and endurance tilt the scales heavily toward the yak. It can weather the initial storm and crush the buffalo through relentless kinetic pressure. Final result: the wild yak wins 6 times out of 10. Do you agree with the verdict? Could the Cape buffalo's rage overpower the mountain giant's pure mass? Let us know in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this battle breakdown, and subscribe, because more epic bovine battles are on the way.